What's going on, guys? Fab4 Games here, and today I'm gonna be reacting to the first ever season of Take Along Tales. Yay! So yeah, I decided to let's do this. So I just want to say a few things before I get into this. So first off, this was produced over. It was really supposed to be produced over half a year, but it ended up being uploaded at like the end of the year, the final episode of the special. Also, I just realized I had to update the playlist, because it didn't have the final part of Duck in the Diesel Engine. So that was fun. So yeah, let's go. Let's get into this, and then yeah, let's watch this. Hopefully, I have the volume up. I know the first volume in this part is not very high. Isn't it obvious by his name? He lives at a big station, yeah. So, I don't know all the words. I produced these over a year, two years ago almost. Wow, that's crazy.
He's a fussy little engine too. Always pulling coaches back for the big engines to take on long journeys.
You probably can't really hear it. Even I did this first part. You can sort of hear where there were different takes for these clips, but yeah. I've only watched the first 30 seconds of it. Other than that, this is the first time I've watched this in years. Well, in like maybe 6 months, maybe.
Thomas likes to play games with
No, I haven't watched this stuff really since I released it, actually. So you can sort of hear here. There's gonna be another take that comes in.
Another time, Gordon was resting at the platform. It had been a hot day, and the express was late, so he had to make up for lost.
I remember. I think I did that line based on the first episode that Christopher Audrey wrote. I can't remember what the name of it was. Something. It was really useful engines. I can't remember. It was the book, and it was in the first scene, the illustration was based on Thomas and Gordon, and that first part was based on Thomas and Gordon as well. So I based that part on it. I sort of wanted to expand these. I wanted to feel like the original episodes, but expanded upon and different layouts and stuff. So, yeah.
Time. Thomas didn't care a bit. He came up and whistled in his cheeky way.
Also, actually, you can see a little continuity over here. He's nowhere near that junction. He's on the second track, and he's nowhere near that junction. Now all of a sudden,
lazy bones, do some hard work for change. You can't catch me. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, that was different.
Instead of going to sleep again, Gordon thought of how he could get back at Thomas. Yes. It worked once, it'll work again.
That was because this was originally going to take place sort of like after or during the first season or whatever. Like after the first season. So it's meant to be like Thomas and Gordon again. But then I realized that's actually a continuity error, because now the series takes place in its own sort of universe. So, yeah.
Do it tomorrow.
I also just want to say this doesn't necessarily mean Thomas is going to come back to the channel. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to start putting it up on the second channel. So if you like the second channel, then you can go look over there, because that's where stuff's going to be. Yay.
The next morning, Thomas wouldn't wake up. His driver and fireman just couldn't make him start. His fire went out and there was not enough steam. It was nearly time for...
I think oh no, I said that. Because this is technically it's not just a remake of Thomas and Gordon. It's like Thomas and Gordon, and then Gordon and Thomas. Because it's like Thomas outsmarts Gordon or whatever. So, yeah.
The express. People were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready. At last, Thomas started.
That's really cool, because I used the take-along set of Tidmouth Sheds, which I've actually never seen before until I got it from a friend who gave this stuff to me, so yeah.
People were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready.
So I actually just pressed, because there's these little buttons on top of the, actually I think it's, you can see earlier here, you can see, you press down on these, and then the door opens and allows you to rush out. I can't remember who gave that to me. Was it Breadloaf or was it somebody else? I can't remember. I think it might have been Breadloaf. I don't remember. Anyways, doesn't matter. Let's keep playing.
He finally pulled them away.
Okay, hold on. I need to react to the whole thing. It's 4 minutes. I'm only a minute in. Gosh damn it.
It was nearly time for the express. People were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready. At last, Thomas started. Oh dear, oh
Oh
dear.
dear.
He fussed into the shunting yard and coupled to the coaches. Gordon.
And I decided to expand on this for some reason when I really could have just said he fussed into the yard, coupled to the coaches, and brought them to the platform. And then I made it so stupid long. It takes like 15
Finally
seconds
pulled
for
them
this.
away.
And it makes the episode feel a
Pushed
whole lot
them towards the
slower.
platform.
The pace, so much slower.
And back down.
Also, the layout of it, I remember the layout of this wasn't very good. So the way I had it was Tidmouth, and then I had Wellsworth, like directly there. Like not even that far from the station. Then the line splits off into two things, and it goes all the way to Vickerstown. It's a very stupid layout, but oh well.
Hurry up, you.
Like literally, you can see that's Wellsworth right there. He's literally, he's like ahead by like 20 meters, and he's already at Wellsworth.
Gordon.
It's so stupid.
Hurry yourself, replied Thomas. Yes, I will. And Gordon reversed quickly to the coaches.
Sort of meant to be an expanded version of it.
Thomas normally pushed behind the big trains to help them start. He was always uncoupled first. This time they started so quickly they forgot to uncouple.
And that's just the same clip looped over and over because it was sort of hard to film them just moving along with a moving background, so I just did this.
But Thomas knew what Gordon was doing, and just as they were rounding the corner, he told the guard his plan. Then, when they were ready, they applied their brakes, and the train came to a stop a few yards short of the platform.
When I say a few yards, I mean... Oh, actually, no, there was a station between Vickerstown and Wellsworth or whatever, but it was only accessible on one of the lines, not on the other. So I guess that's sort of realistic, but not really. Yeah, you can see this, the station here.
Groaned. And Thomas was
So his plan sort of backfired, a bit of a plot twist, which is why I added the hashtag later on.
Back to the
video. And this is actually the narrow gauge station. I forgot about that. And then
Puff to the platform.
the narrow gauge engines actually appear in the first episode. I forgot about that.
Narrow gauge engines laugh.
Wow. I just have this. I remember. So I used cardboard tracks because there were some parts of the track, like doing junctions like that, were really hard on a take along thing. Like you'd have to have two separate pieces, and I didn't have many of those pieces, so I just straight up used cardboard. And then I was gonna add that on, and I'm like, just throw an AS on the ground, it'll work. I also actually don't have Skarloey in narrow gauge, so that's great. Yay.
Ha 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 ha. You really thought that was gonna work again, Gordon? You know, Thomas, he learns easily.
Also, that Duncan model, which you can see,
Again, Gordon?
it actually has wonky wheels, so whenever it's traveling, it just goes like whoop, whoop, whoop. It's really wonky. Anyways.
You know, Thomas, he learns easily.
And the breakdown train with Rocky's in the
The
background.
handle came up.
Because in one of the books, I think it might have been the first narrow gauge book or whatever, so Handel and Gordon sort of made a friendship, so I wanted to expand it. Also, you can just see Thomas in the background there, and Henry, which technically made a proper introduction into the series. Thomas is just still sitting there. It's a bit of an error. I didn't realize that until now. And then also that car. Oftentimes when I was playing with the trains, I would just have like random engines sitting on the side, like on their side or whatever, so I could easily just quickly put them on the tracks. So for this, I tried to clean up as much as possible. You can just see a bunch of junk in the top left. Anyways, let's watch this. If it'll work.
He was not amused. Don't worry, Gordon. They'll get tired of it soon. I hope they will. And Gordon puffed away.
And he puffs away, and then it really shouldn't have taken that long. So I guess this sort of takes place while Gordon is having this conversation.
Back to the station.
And then you can see there's a cut there because I originally had Thomas come down here, and I'm like, well, I'm lazy. I'll just cut it there and then have him go back here. That works.
He stopped. Phew, that was a close one.
And this is I think this is the automatic thumbnail for the video. I think. Hold on, let me see. I think this is the thumbnail. Let me go back far enough on my YouTube thing. Yeah, this is just a thumbnail, I think. Or was that the beginning? I'm not sure. It's somewhere in the video. It's shot like this is the thumbnail.
Close one. Just then Henry called. I need my coaches, please.
We saw Henry before. Also, you can actually see. If you go back here, I put a nail in that. So that Henry could actually couple to take along stuff, because this is the adventures model, and you can sort of tell it's not very good.
Coaches, please. I'm taking a special train. Oh,
And then that
okay.
special train.
And Thomas puffed into the
Yay.
shelter yard.
And then that was a really long shot. Okay.
Puffed into the siding.
And then the reason you don't see anywhere beyond that, and there's also Byron on the side, and the reason you don't see anywhere beyond that is because there's a tiny little bit of track and then it just ends. And then, yeah, that's what I did.
The coaches.
And it's one coach. That's another mistake.
He puffed away. He had a spin on the turntable to turn the coach around.
I didn't need to rate all this. I don't know why. I think I just wanted unnecessary runtime.
And got an empty truck as part of the train.
Because it's a special train, so...
Henry then backed down.
And the connection doesn't work that well. So I had Thomas coupled to that.
Behind the train to help
Then I quickly...
start, but he was always uncoupled.
And I pulled very slowly so that didn't work.
Got a little fright.
And that's where the plot twist comes in.
Then Thomas realized a plan. Yes, I'll do it tomorrow. Unless he's not ill, of course. The next morning, Gordon just wouldn't wake up. His driving fireman couldn't make him start.
And then Gordon's in Thomas's situation.
The fire went out and there was not enough steam to get to the platform.
And I added that line.
It was nearly time for the express.
And Toby's there, which he shouldn't be there because he's introduced. He was supposed to be introduced later on.
Waiting, but their engine wasn't ready. At last, Gordon started. Oh, the indignity! Oh, the indignity!
Oh, the indignity makes a cameo in the first season instead of in, like, what, the 8th season? In the first episode of the first season. So I sort of skipped ahead a little bit and added some traditions of my own into the earlier things.
He puffed to the platform. Hurry up, you, said Thomas. Hurry yourself, replied Gordon.
Oh, so he's just obviously out of frame, so kind of stupid.
Gordon then switched platforms.
And then I purposely made it so he moves a little bit beyond that, so then, like, realistically, the signalman could change the points, so then he goes onto that track.
Gordon didn't have a lot of steam, but he was the only engine available to pull the express, which meant that he would have to stop for a while at the stations. Thomas bumped the coaches so hard that Gordon felt it. Whoa, whoa, replied Gordon. Stop,
and now he's being just forced down the line. You can just see my name
in
this shot.
Yes. I'll apply my brakes just as we get closer to the platform. Thomas couldn't push the heavy train on his own, so the cavalcade came to a stop right at the platform.
And I don't know how I didn't notice that. He just goes off the rails. Like, what the heck?
The passengers came out and laughed.
And I just had literally a piece of paper. I was so bad back then. I could do this so much better now. I'll probably, like, tape that to the side. Like, that might not be leagues better, but that's just a little bit better even.
But Gordon had slept.
And then Gordon fell off the platform, and I noticed it, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll try and correct it. I'm like, yeah, this is very realistic. Thomas can pull Gordon. No, he can't. It's way too heavy.
The passengers laughed and laughed. The guard laughed. The narrow gauge engines laughed. Some trucks laughed. Ha ha ha. Oh.
You can just see, I think it's Mighty Mac on the side down there.
Just then the fat controller arrived, followed by the thin controller. The signalman laughed.
There's a signal and men, and then Toad is there, and then they had a lot of stuff just out everywhere. And that's also the box where I had most of my stuff in. And I purposely put it there so you couldn't, like, exactly see from Timber Sheds all the way to the next station. So yeah, it was a really odd way that I had it set up.
And everybody else began to giggle, even the coaches.
So the idea of this is that Gordon's being really humiliated because a little tank engine was able to outsmart him.
Laughed. Thomas had a giggle too. Together they all sang a song. Gordon couldn't pull his train, pull his train, pull his train. Gordon couldn't pull his train, so Thomas had to help him.
I don't know how I came up with that song. Probably I heard, like, silly, oh, Gordon fell in a ditch, and I just like, oh, that works as well. And I didn't have a proper end card screen. So yeah, that's the end of the first episode. I think I'll end this video here because I don't want these videos to end up being too long. Hopefully I can fit... Oh, that's as long as the next episode. This is 109. I might be able to react to those in one video. I don't know, we'll see. And these videos, that'll take a little bit of time. Anyways, see you guys next video where I'll be reacting to this video. But actually, wait, hold on. Let's look at comments. So, congrats on 1,000 views. Yeah, thanks, Breadloaf. You should check him out. He's a cool person. And I pinned him because he's a cool person. Then we got nice quality, which that's not a real person. That's my, that's my brother just commenting on my video. So, yeah, that's my brother's channel. You should check that out. I'm see you in this video hit about 1,000 views. And it's almost hit 2,000 views. But John Cena's catchphrases, they've been fighting for a while. It was... John Cena's catchphrase was first. Then all of a sudden, Thomas and Gordon was just leagues ahead. And now I guess John Cena's catchphrase sort of catching up as taking the lead again. And then this might have to play catch up because it hasn't quite hit 2,000 views yet. Yet John Cena's catchphrase is 2,200 views, I think. So yeah, that's something. Almost you in this video said 1,000 views. Post on the community, which I don't really do that often. And that's Magic of the Rails' new name because I knew him as Magic of the Rails, and then he's just redone his channel, basically. So now it looks like a lot more Steven Universe. Nice, mate. That's one of my brother's friends. It's supposed to be a parody episode of the same name, but nobody's seen the original episode, which this person had, and this person had. And that's about it. Yay. So that's the end of this video. See you guys next time in here. Bye. Also, Breadloaf just came to my house because we were doing stuff. It's under wraps right now, okay? See you guys next time. 17 minutes. Hopefully I can edit that down. Bye!